What's the difference between suppressing emotions and detachment? This is the Ask Jake Show. You ask questions about life, mindset, and the law of attraction. I answer them, and today's question is, what's the difference between suppressing emotions and detachment? Let's dive right into it. So what's the difference between suppressing emotions and detachment? Thank you for the person that submitted the question. If you have a question, comment it down below. I'll answer them on the Ask Jake Show sections. And here's the big difference. One of them is when you believe that if you don't get something, then you are somehow less than. Detachment is when you get rid of the idea that if you don't get this thing that you want to attract and manifest and create in your life, then there's not going to be a problem. So many people believe that if they don't get that new car, if they don't get that new job, if they don't get that certain romantic partnership, if they don't get that money, if they don't get that house, if they don't get whatever, therefore they're less than. So in the law of attraction process to create what you want, in your ability to manifest what you want in your life, it's very easy to get caught in the idea that I need this thing to happen, or else either I'm not going to be happy, my life isn't going to be complete, or I'm not good enough. So that's where detachment comes in. And detachment is saying, here's what I want out of my life, but I'm open to something better, I'm open to something different. You know, all I have is this little mind, and this little mind might not understand the full picture. Therefore, I want to attract this job or this woman into my life or this man into my life, but it's always this or something better. Understanding that I am totally full, complete, and perfect the way that I am. I don't need that person to approve me. I don't need that job specifically in order for my life to be amazing. And what happens is, in a Western culture, we get so stuck on the idea that I need this thing in order to be complete. It's just not true. When you're using detachment, you're eliminating the need for validation from an outside event to inform you and tell you that your life is amazing. Newsflash, life is already amazing. You already have everything you need to be happy, complete, full, and live your best life ever. And the things that you attract into your life are just gravy on top of that. So detachment, I always say, is if not this, then something better. I know I'm full, complete, and whole just the way I am. I hope to attract that romantic partnership in my life, this one particularly, this job particularly, but it's always this or something greater. It's coming from a place of fullness. Now, let's talk about suppressing emotions. So the difference between suppressing emotions and detachment is they're coming from two totally different places. Coming from detachment is realizing you're already full and that you don't need to do something or get something in order for your life to be better. Now, it might be fun to have certain things, but you recognize you're full and complete the way that you are. Often when we suppress emotions, it's aimed particularly at a certain event, at God, at the universe, or a certain person. Suppressing emotion might look something like this. I'd really love to tell my romantic relationship partner that they chew their food too loud. And for some reason, it just makes me really, really angry. But I don't want to tell them because I'm afraid that they'll react in a negative way. It looks like, hey, I got underpaid, like by thousands of dollars. But I'm afraid to say something because I don't want them to not like me. I used to do this all the time when I was like starting my business. I don't do one-on-one coaching anymore. The only way to do coaching now is to be a part of our Second Mind program. You could check it out below, thesecondmind.com, and you could demo it for free. But before, I did tons of coaching. And I would always be afraid to say any price at all. It didn't matter what it was, because I was afraid somebody wouldn't like me anymore. So oftentimes what happens, especially anyone who ever has a product or service of their own, or even when they're doing a job interview and then the question comes up, well, how much do you expect to make? And we have this tendency to want to lowball it because we hope that we'll get the job. And what happens is we suppress our true desire for the need to either be accepted or to not face confrontation. And quite often it's the pitfalls in relationships, because both people want the relationship to be so harmonious, and this doesn't mean just romantic relationship, it can be a professional one as well. They want it to be so harmonious that neither person wants to say anything to the other person for fear of it starting an argument, so you bottle up a bunch of emotions and suppress them. You see, there's a big difference. It's very important to have crystal clear, transparent communication. It's very clear. And it's not just around people that we suppress our emotions. Sometimes we really wanted something and detachment wasn't in the bigger cards for us, and we didn't get what we want. It's okay to sit for a few minutes and feel angry for a day and feel depressed for a week when your relationship falls apart or someone cheats on you. It's okay to feel depressed. So it's allowing us to feel our emotions, not allowing them to control us and then eventually using them in order to be a victim, to get attention from other people or validation for other people, or have other people help us all our whole lives because something happened to us 3 years ago and we still haven't gotten over it because we were taken advantage of. But suppressing emotions is vastly different. So my invitation to you is to think of a way that you suppress your emotion. Maybe it's to your mother and you really want to start your dream business, but she doesn't approve of it, and so you've kind of scrapped your idea. You need to have that conversation. Maybe it's with your romantic partner and they do something that is just causing internal conflict in you. Can you politely and respectfully have a conversation? Have you been let down and you've just been pushing it aside, trying to think positively? Embrace the feelings. Sit with the negative, the depression, the fear, the anxiety. Allow yourself to feel it, because when you don't run from it anymore, then it will no longer control you. And then you can move back to a positive vibration, focusing on what you're grateful for, being in the energy of harmony and abundance. There's a vast difference between suppressing emotions and detachment. And I invite you to find an area where you're suppressing your emotions and allow yourself to feel it, to speak it, to say it, to act upon it. And remember, along the lines of a detachment, there's nothing that you need in order for your life to be complete. And when you come from that place of fullness, you attract amazing things into your life. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. This is the Ask Jake Show. Comment down your questions below. Be sure that you check out thesecondmind.com to demo the Second Mind Neuroprogrammer, designed to rewire the brain so you can attract what you want into your life. And I'll see you on the next video. Press the subscribe button right over there and the bell notification, because that's what notifies you for new videos. I'm wishing you a beautiful day, and I'll see you on the next video.